girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now a handoff to Henry, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluded, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Lucy, Lucy. Punch right, punch right, punch right. Green 80. Green 80. Move. Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Throw left, throw left. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gains. And
come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
play action. They'll throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Omaha, Omaha, Omaha. Move. Throw that, throw that. Lucy, Lucy. Lucy, Lucy. Really good.
Bortles to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
So right, so right. 372. So left.
Now Bortles. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 319.
He'll drop to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. First chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Good work that time to get him to jump. And now here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Steps away. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. Sunday. 372. Lucy.
On second down, here's Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Move. Throw left. Hank. 11B.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lucy. Green 80. Lucy. Hank.
Bortles now on 1st down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's got room. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Titans. Tavon Austin, 89 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Lucy. 11B. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Out to his left. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucy. Move. Hey, 54 Ricky.
Mike Bar 9.
11B, 11B. 372. Lucy. Mike is 59.
Bortles now on first down. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Lucy. Mike 39, Lucy.
Bortles will try again on second down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Move. Hey, 54 Ricky. 11. 372.
Bortles to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Move. 11.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Let's go. Lucy. Sunday. Lucy. 11B. Go left.
them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
380. 380. Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
11. 11.
Again, it's Bortles. Going for the deep ball. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
11. Check. 77.
Now Bortles again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
154 right here. Hey, 5-0. You.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Move. 372. And 54 Ricky. 372.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd and 5.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
Detroit!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. First down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Green 80. Green 80. Hank. Move.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got 3. Move. Hank.
Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0, 5-0. Move. Green is it.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. 3 down. Hey, spread right, smack. 372. Move. Hank. So right. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags, and a 1st down.
Hey, 5-0. Move. Nice 39, Lucy.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
So right. Lucy.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Lucy. Move. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Lucy. Move.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
3 down. Hey, 54, Ricky.
They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars have moved down in front here in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Lucy. 380. Move.
Here's a toss coming right, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And an alley to run. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-time 4th quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always the chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
76.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Lucy.
Again, it's Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Spread right, 72. Move.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Jaguars on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Got 3 down. You. 73. Alert 3. You.
A handoff, Fournette running left. He juked him. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
77. Move. 3 and 7.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them.
My have an all white rank. Couldn't hit if I ain't.